At the half, Rockets leading 57-51 after they close with an 8-2 run. Kevin Durant doing a lot of damage with 16 points on 7 of 11. Jabari Smith Jr. with 13. Luka leading the way with 23 points. Welcome inside Chris McGee, Danny Green, big game James Worthy. Second chance points has kind of been the story for the Rockets. 8 offensive rebounds for 16 points.
Yes. Offensive rebounds hurting them, 50 balls, and then the last 3 or 4 minutes, costly turnovers that led Houston to get some buckets. So if they can clean that up, Houston's shooting the ball well. Durant's trouble, but they're kind of beat themselves there in the first half.
Yeah, they're shooting well because, again, second and third chances, if you just limit them to one shot, they probably wouldn't shoot it as well. Also, some miscommunication with some backdoor, timed, I wouldn't say traps on KD. KD's obviously having his way, but if you can limit everybody else, not turn the ball over like Big Game said, and then just rebound. If you box out and not let them get third opportunities, because those three-pointers off those second rebounds are really, they're kind of like daggers.
All right, let's get to Luka Doncic. Offensive brilliance. We say it every single night. 23 points in the first half, 16 in the first quarter, Jim.
16. I thought he was going to, go 20 a quarter here tonight, the way he started out. But, it's nice to see when he gets going like that. Hot from everywhere, drawing fouls. He got fouled like 2 or 3 times. They didn't get a call. So, he's continuing to do what he does and distributing the basketball pretty good, too.
And then Kevin Durant, you can see from the outset, playing LeBron for the 31st time. He's up for this game. He had 16 points in the first half.
He's just attacking whoever's guarding him. It's not even just a mismatch. It looked like he was kind of going at Austin a little bit, Luka, but he's just bigger than anybody, whether it's Rui, whether it's Smart, even Ayton. He's just a mismatch problem for anybody, and he's kind of finding his mid-range, finding his way, but also making plays for his teammates and finding guys on some backdoor cuts. So you got to do a better job of trying to limit him as much as possible. He's going to score some, but make it tougher on him.
All right, guys, with 23 points at the half, Luka Doncic is the leading scorer so far. Big game, a big issue tonight. Second chance points. The Rockets do lead the league in offensive rebounding in the showing tonight.
Yeah, and you kind of have to know that going into the game that they lead. It's demoralizing. It's like Danny said, those are shots and attempts you're not getting. So it's just another 14 seconds of defense you have to play in addition to the 24, so it makes it tough.
Yeah, and it's not just one guy either. It's Tari Eason, Jabari Smith, Clint Capella, Finney Smith. There's a bunch of guys. Amin Thompson, they're on the glass. So it's going to take a collective group effort to keep everybody off the glass and not give them second opportunities.
All right, guys, KD has 16 points on 7 of 11 shooting. Third place in the West is on the line in the second half. We wrap it up after this. All right, here are the numbers at the half. It's 57-51, 8-2 run there at the end for the Rockets. Gives them a 6-point advantage, shooting 53%. The Lakers 48%. Both teams struggling from 3. The Lakers 4 of 16, Rockets 4 of 15. You see the rebounding edge, 21-15, 8 offensive for the Rockets. Low turnovers, Lakers 6, Rockets 7 points in the paint, 34-28 to the Houston Rockets. Big game. What do you want to see here? What adjustments? What are you hoping to see third quarter?
Yeah, I want to go back to what Danny said a little bit, pregame. Without Şengün, you couldn't let the other guys get off, and that's what happened. The other guys got involved. They got some production from their bench. Hold those guys down. KD's going to be enough. Try to get the others out and continue to play, and got to get those guys off the boards. Can't let them have second shots.
Yeah, I'm a big game, but I want to see the ball moving a little bit more. The assist numbers kind of stood out to me a little bit, too. When the ball's hopping and moving, everybody feels involved. You get some more uncontested shots, but we need more Austin Reeves in the second half.
What do you want to see, Gator?
What do I want to see? I want to see what you guys just talked about. I want to see the Lakers come out with some urgency in the third quarter. I want to box out. I want to get in transition, get some easy buckets.
Yeah.
And then I think the 3 ball is going to start falling, Danny. I really do.
Yeah, move the ball. You get some.
That analysis is always spot on.
57-51, Rockets leading. You see KD doing work. He's got the third.
Lakers, as we take a look at the all-time leading scorers in NBA history. Of course, LBJ at the top. Kareem, Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan rounding out the top 5. And then, right there, 87 points away from passing MJ is Kevin Durant at over 32,000 points. 2 guys that will obviously go down as the greats of the game. And I think Big Game, no matter what's going on, what's between the lines, et cetera, it's the appreciation of these two, because you just don't know how long we got them.
Yeah, you're talking about LeBron
and KD.
And KD, yeah, KD is always been one of my favorite players. When he was at Texas, I saw this frail, skinny kid, but I saw amazing footwork. But LeBron has re-described or redefined, what longevity is all about, and has the formula to back it up. His workout, Kobe. There's been some people, Jordan. All of us have worked out, but he's taken it to the next level. And so he hadn't had any major injuries either. I mean, he had some small nagging ones, if I can recall, but nothing broken like ankles or knees or, things of that much. So, he's been lucky, and he's been dedicated to his craft.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if KD never tore his Achilles, what those numbers would look like.
Yeah.
Even Mike set out some years too. So, it's impressive. Most of those guys were healthy most of their careers, and like Big Game was saying, his frame, it's surprising to see. You don't see 7-footers last that long, let alone 7-footers that are kind of frail or skinnier. So he's done a great job of kind of taking care of his body and mentally taking on those challenges of the ups and downs and the injuries, I guess, as well. But Bron's body's kind of built for tough type of longevity. But yeah, to see these two guys last this long in the league is just, I said, we have to appreciate them. And a night like tonight should be a fun one.
We have to make a note of this because of what Bam Adebayo just did. You hear 87 points away. You don't think that it's going to happen in one game. But you can't overlook it anymore, Big Game. He doesn't get it tonight.
87
but
in one game.
87 from being in the top 5 for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal player, unstoppable. The areas he can get to on the basketball court, anywhere from 3-point. But I really love his mid-range game. You just can't stop it. I haven't seen anybody block it or deflect it. And then, he's a pretty good defensive player too when he wants to buckle down and get with it. But I just love his game overall. And, he's one of my favorites.
Who defends him?
I don't know. It has to be a team
collective.
effort. Yeah, it has to be collective. You can put whoever's on him, it doesn't matter. Again, he's a 7-footer. You don't see anybody that's in front of him.
Not fair.
But, yeah, I didn't think 83 would happen, but let alone 87. But if I were to guess somebody to get 83 or 87, it would probably be Kevin Durant.
He would have been one that you would have,
Bam was probably the last person I would have guessed in the, top 100 players out of there. But, yeah, you never know. But I just don't see 87 happen tonight. So probably 3 games definitely could lock that in. 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. From KD, his career high is 55, by the way. From KD to LeBron, this is your first time being here since we've seen this new role because it's only been over the last couple of games for LeBron. You kind of touched on it a little bit earlier. But what is it exactly you're seeing in terms of his ability to adapt, allowing Luka and Austin kind of to do their things? Because his numbers have been also pretty identical, 18, 7, and 6 over the last 2.
I mean, it's nothing new for me, like what I've seen from him. He's always been a chameleon. I mean, but he's never had to come off the ball. But he's always been a guy that can adjust and adapt to any situation or scenario. Whether it's feeding guys in the post or playing with AD pick and roll or playing in the dunker spot, last couple years, or they're bringing in other point guards so he can take less of a dribble, on the ball type of role, point guard role. Now he's playing in the dunker. He's playing the pick and roll Draymond role. So all those things I've seen from him. We're just seeing it more now. And, people are surprised that he's accepting it, but that's what makes him great. And he's still able to do it at a high level. So him playing the 4 spot and setting screens and rolling and playing quarterback and finding interior passing with Jackson Hayes, DeAndre, and then finding corner shooters and allowing those guys to work is the reason why this team will have a chance to do something.
Yeah, I love. He's such a genius over time of understanding the game. Like you've seen LeBron on the bench, like Kobe used to do. Like he knew what other teams were running, and he would be prepared for it. But I think he's found something that's new and fun. Like he's saying, oh, this is what it's like when I have the ball. And everyone is looking for me to break it down and get them a lob or get the. So I think he's enjoying this. He hasn't had like a ton of experience with it. But I think when he's in that role, I think he's very comfortable with it now. And look, diving on the floor. Yeah. I think Marcus Smart started all that still. But yeah, because, LeBron can always get the ball and, dominate. I think he's posting up more. He's looking to go downhill and use his force and his body more. So, yeah, I think he's finding a new role that he's never played before that might be not easier, but for him, not handling the ball, a lot bit easier to, play off other people. And I think he's enjoying it.
Yeah, it's definitely less of a load. So I think he might feel like, I don't have to do as much. I can be more efficient. I can be fresh. And
I can dive on the
and I can be fresh for fourth quarters, and I could probably play better throughout the regular season and maybe another season or two if he plays his role, which, I mean, would be great, but we don't know how much longer we'll have him. But yeah, he can play longer, more basketball playing at this rate.
You know, your grandparents used to sit on the porch and watch you, mow the lawn. That's LeBron right now. You need some help?
He did reveal the cut floor burn that he got from diving on the floor. Thank God they got the win, because I would have felt a lot different, I am sure.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant.
I'm sure he'd be upset too if they didn't win that game.
He had 25 points, 8 boards, and a wire-to-wire victory on Christmas Day against the Lakers. That feels like forever ago. KD versus LeBron for the 31st time in their careers, coming up in about 30 minutes. Plus, with the Lakers set to begin an important 6-game road trip, we'll discuss what it will look like to keep the good vibes rolling in this crucial back-to-back versus the Rockets with playoff positioning on the line.